Let's get right into it, folks. Matt and I are going to break down the 1 o'clock games. The New York Jets face the Detroit Lions in this game. They rank second in turnover margin in the AFC and second in points allowed in the NFL. They're 3-0 on the road and 8-3 on the road since Rex Ryan took over as head coach of the Jets last year. I like the Jets, and I like them to cover the spread. What do you think?
You sir make a convincing argument. I like Sanchez to bounce back after last week's abysmal start. I love the Stafford to Megatron connection. I don't think last week was an aberration. However, this week, Calvin's going to have a little bit of a shoulder problem to work through, so watch out for that. Take the Jets, no brainer here. I like them even against the spread.
All right, and another AFC East team is on the road. This time it's the Dolphins at Baltimore. They have a 4-0 road record, and John Harbaugh is 2-0 off of the bye since taking over as head coach as the Ravens a couple of years back. I think they'll win the game, but the Dolphins are playing very well, especially on the road, so I would take them with the points.
I agree. I can't say anything else more to add to that. I agree with your critique.
All right, excellent. We've got another AFC East team on the road. This time it's the New England Patriots at Cleveland, where Bill Belichick returns to the team where he coached for 5 years before joining the New England organization. The Browns have been playing people tough and have even come out with a couple of early wins this season, but I think that New England will win, and I think they'll cover the spread. They're just too good right now at 6-1, and they're scoring a league most points per game.
Belichick is continuing his great career right now with another season that is just really proving how good of a coach he really is. He doesn't even have that good of a defense right now. He's dealing with a lot of moving parts. Guy's a genius, dropping Randy Moss, adding Deion Branch. However, I do like the Browns in this one. I like Mangini to come in there and tear things up. They are playing on Cleveland's home turf. Take the Browns.
To win straight up?
To win straight up.
All right.
That's my surprise of the week right there.
All right, San Diego at Houston. This matchup definitely favors the Chargers, where their quarterback, Phillip Rivers, is on pace to break Dan Marino's single-season record for most passing yards in a season, and their opponent, the Houston Texans, ranked dead last against the pass.
Well, this one should be a shootout. I do agree with you. Right now, San Diego's a three-headed monster. That three-headed monster is made out of Ryan Matthews, Mike Tolbert, and Darren Sproles. Not the most attractive three-headed monster I've ever seen. I'm going to go with the Texans in this one. However, if Andre Johnson's going to be out of the game, then I lean towards the Chargers. Right now, we don't know about Andre Johnson's status this early in the week. But if he's out of the game, I'm starting to worry about the Texans. Then I take the Chargers, to be clear.
And we've got Chicago playing Buffalo, but both of those teams visiting Toronto for this latest game in the Toronto series, where the Bills have dropped 2 straight. I expect the Bears to win and keep themselves in the hunt despite sort of falling off the cliff. I think they're going to win the game, and I think they're going to cover the spread, which is at 3 points.
Well, this game features 2 teams that can really put up points. The Mike Martz offense versus the Ryan Fitzpatrick, Buffalo Bills. Right now, that team is rolling right now. They're really hot. Steve Johnson, Lee Evans, they're both playing way above their potential.
Coming
right
off
now.
Of 2 overtime losses. So
exactly. This team's hungry, and when you look at the Bears, you see a team that's fat, overweight, and they can't block anybody. However, Jay Cutler may have a chance because he'll have some time in the pocket, given that Bills don't have much of a pass rush. But I'm taking the Bills in this one because in the end, they have more heart.
All right, and Arizona at Minnesota. Arizona is definitely a better home team than road team, but with all the distractions surrounding Minnesota this week, I'm just going to pick the Cardinals. What an odd week for the Minnesota Vikings.
You're right. No, it's been an odd year
for the Minnesota
Vikings, as a matter of fact. Ziggy Wolf, this guy doesn't even know what the hell's going on with his own team. He owns the damn thing.
He graduated from my law school.
That's a good one. Well, kudos to Ziggy. Kudos to you. However, I don't think the Vikings are playing that well. But if T-Jack starts this game, something in me says go with T-Jack. I like Tavares Jackson. Maybe he's going to bring the Vikings some stability. And they do have Adrian Peterson, one of the best running backs in the league. Also, I take the Vikings in this one.
All right, this is an exciting matchup between two NFC South opponents. Tampa Bay visiting the Atlanta Falcons, who are virtually unbeatable at home since Mike Smith and Matt Ryan took over the organization. I think that Atlanta will win, but 8 points is a lot to give for a divisional opponent who's playing well. So I would take the Bucs with the points.
Tampa is hot right now. One fact about Atlanta, right now they're 6th against the run. LeGarrette Blount had a breakout, outstanding game. The guy's jumping over people, running over people, but that was the Arizona Cardinals. I don't think that's going to happen with Atlanta. However, I do like that the line is set at +8. Bucs do keep games close, and they'll stay in it. It'll be a close game. I like the Bucs +8. I'm a betting man, and I am. Everyone knows that.
So we're picking the Falcons to win, but we like the Bucs with the points. The last 1 o'clock game is New Orleans at Carolina. The defending Super Bowl champs got very hot in that second half, led by Super Bowl MVP Drew Brees. I think they'll continue to roll, it's unfortunate. They're going to have this momentum and go into the bye, but still, always helps to go into the bye week with a win, and I think they'll get it against the Panthers.
Look at it. This game, we don't need to break down that much. Carolina can't really do much. D'Angelo Williams might not even play. Jonathan Stewart, maybe he'll get some burn. Maybe he'll actually start playing well again, but I can't bet on anything, when it comes to the Panthers. Go with the Saints. This team looks like I think they're going to have a resurgence in the second half of the year. Take Drew Brees. Take the talent on that team. Sean Payton's going to make that team play again. They just beat the Steelers, for Christ's sake. Take the Saints.
Now we'll take you through the 4 o'clock games. Matt, the first one on our slate is New York at Seattle. New York is coming off of a bye week, and Seattle is coming off of a loss. Seattle is one of the loudest stadiums in the league, and I think that the Giants are going to pull out a squeaker.
You know who I'm going to pick? It's written all over my shirt. Giants to win this one, baby.
Okay, and we've got the Indianapolis Colts visiting the Philadelphia Eagles, a game that features 2 former first overall picks whose careers have taken different turns along the way, but I think this is the most exciting matchup of the week, and I'm picking the Eagles to win at home with the return of Michael Vick.
I also like the Eagles. A couple reasons. Michael Vick hasn't lost a game as a starter of the Eagles this year. Granted, it's only been 2 games, but I like the way he's been playing and the way the team rallies around him. However, I am a betting man, and the Colts are getting 3 points. I like any game where the Colts are getting points. Take the Colts with the points.
All right, and then there's the Kansas City Chiefs against the Oakland Raiders. The Kansas City Chiefs are the number 1 rushing offense in football. Matt, do you know who the number 2 rushing offense is in football?
I sure as hell do. It's the Oakland Raiders. And you know who the 26th ranked defense against the run is? Also the Oakland Raiders. Number 1 ranked rush versus the number 26 ranked defense. I got to go with the big mean red machine, the Kansas City Chiefs in this one. Don't be fooled by the way Oakland's been playing as of late. 2 wins against Denver and Seattle, 2 teams that have been struggling. Think that, I go with the Kansas City without a doubt.
And this is my favorite rivalry in professional football. And though I think the Raiders will win at home, I would take the Chiefs plus 3 points.
And now we'll take a look at Sunday night's game featuring the Cowboys visiting the Packers. Cowboys are one of the worst teams in the league right now. I like the Packers to win this game. If it's anybody that needs a pep talk, it's the Dallas Cowboys. Mike Singletary needs to get in that locker room somehow. Not going to happen this week. Take the Packers.
I like the Packers at home, too, on Sunday night. Dallas is obviously struggling. They are talented, and they should make some plays to make the game interesting. I still think Green Bay is going to cover the 8.5-point spread, and we'll all probably be going to bed early on Sunday night. So, Matt, the last case on this week's docket features the Cincinnati Bengals, who've lost now 4 in a row, try to avoid losing a 5th straight game at home again against a divisional opponent, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Is this the week that the Bengals finally get a win?
I don't know, Matt. I like the Steelers in this game. Cincinnati has been rolling offensively. However, I think they'll be relegated to a one-dimensional team, throwing the ball in the air when Steelers eventually shut down their run game. I also like the Steelers to put up more points this week, to make up for their lackluster performance against the Saints. I go with the Steelers in Cincinnati.
So we're in agreement. We both expect the Steelers to win, but I think it'll be a little bit closer, and I'd take the 4.5 points with the Cincinnati Bengals. That does it. That's it for this week's installment.
Thank you for watching, everybody. We really hope you enjoyed the show. This is Matt and Matt signing off. Please comment. Please send us emails. We love you. Thank you.
Take care.